Timeout. Big shout out to my friend Randy Michael. Known Randy for many years. Hard worker. Big shout out to you, my man. Yeah, it's going to be a big. I mean, looks like they're taking a timeout, but it's just a big down. It looks like they're going to try to go for this, Tania. Fourth and about 22 on their own 38-yard line.
Only my kid.
Wow. I mean,
also, shout out to Michaela Truesdale, who's tuned in, listening all the way from Syracuse, New York.
Oh, wow.
Chance Freeman's girlfriend.
Michaela, we definitely appreciate your support, and Chance is asset to this team, and yeah, we're definitely glad to have him. They're resuming play. The Tanks are going to line up again in shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. A.J. Williams in the backfield to the left of Job Swords. And Wildcats are out, 4-man front defensively. And it snaps. Snap goes over Job Swords' head. He recovers, though. He's looking. Heaves it downfield, and he's got a guy open. He's got it.
Oh! And he got it. And it's good. And it's still going.
Wow. He caught that. Was that Dylan Coons? Dylan Coons again. Dylan Coons drops the pass, but then manages to hang on to it just before it hits the ground, recovers, and then runs into the end zone. And it's going to make it 55-0 Tanks. Wow. Job Swords again on the touchdown. Dylan Coons, who's had a big game today, 2 touchdown catches for him, and that makes it 55-0.
Wow, that was amazing.
That looked like, folks, the way it looked like, I mean, it looked like that was going to just a drop. That looked like that had almost hit the ground, but he managed to. That was a great recovery by Coons, and man, just ran it right into the end zone after that. I mean, this offense has just done pretty much whatever they wanted today. And Tanks are going to go for the extra points. Zach Christensen lines back up to kick. And since Tanks need another guy, they get another guy out. And it snaps. Christensen kicks it, and it's
wow, bounced right off the pole.
Yeah, out. All right, so it's 2:18 to go in the second quarter. Although a running clock, your score is the Tanks leading the Wildcats 55-0. If you're just tuning in, I mean, this is pretty much. I mean, the Tanks scored their first 2 touchdowns on a punt return, on an interception return both by Richard Ellery. The Tanks scored. I mean, Job Swords has scored on 4 touchdown passes. A.J. Green. Shout
out to A.J. Green.
Yeah, shout out. Go Bengals. Yeah, that's a good point. He is. He's only carried it 3 or 4 times, and I mean he's got well over 100 yards again. I mean A.J. Williams is averaging. I mean he averaged the last game. He averaged 14.5 yards a carry. So I mean this is definitely just I mean this has just been I don't know how else to say it. This has just been an all-out route. So. Okay, so Tanks are going to kick off again. Christensen lined up. Wildcats line back to receive. Tanks leading 55-0. Christensen kicks it off to about the 10. Ball bounces on the ground in the air, and it's recovered. Wildcats get stripped out, but lucky break again. fumbled out, but number 5, Jamari Franklin, is right there to recover it. So, wow. I mean, Tania, I don't want to be mean here, but, we're very lucky, or they are, that this could be well into the 70s right now.
Yes, indeed.
This is just, wow. All right, we've got 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Even though it should be officials are gathering for something, the Tanks are lining up to take the field again on defense. I'll say this is a nice place to call a game at KCU. It's, air conditioned in the place. It's just
very air conditioned.
Yeah. It's got a lot of. They've got nice facilities here, I'll say. All right, well, Tania, I guess real quick we could do a few more shout outs to our sponsors. You want to go with this list here?
We want to give a shout out to the Gun Bar, AJ's Auto Sales, Quality Heating and Air, and Portsmouth Cement and Lime.
All right. Thank you, Tania. And I'll also give a shout out to Reasonable Roofing Construction, Yellow Jacket Graphics, Shortcuts Hair Salon, Scioto River, Noggins Pub. And while we're at it, I guess we'll also get BB&E Inc., Tires R Us, Rat Farm Supply, Staker's Drugs, and Linda Johnson of the Real Estate Gallery. On behalf of the West Portsmouth Tanks, all of the ones that Tania and I just mentioned and all of the sponsors we have, we sincerely thank you for your support. All right, so we're about to resume play. Tanks are making a quick substitution. Wildcats are coming out in an I formation, 2 wideouts to the side, 1 to the left. No tight end this time. Tanks are lined up, showing blitz. It's tossed. Ball's tossed to the left side, but he's going nowhere. There's a loss on the play again, and that looked like Octavian Crutcher. Big stop there. It's just, and I'll admit something Jamie Rice, Brian Roten, and that staff, they put a lot into what they're doing, and I knew the offense would be improved. When Michael Clay, that first practice came out, and he just really showed it up, and but wow, to be this good, that's. And now that defense that was on the field all last year is getting breaks, so that's a help. All right, it's going to be I form, tight end to the right, wide out to each side. It's handed off to Straw up the middle. Cody Straw, he gets maybe a yard, if that. So it's going to be third down and about 49 seconds to go. Of course, it's already a running clock scenario. I think they're just going to run it out, honestly. So they're just going to try to let this one go. Get it. Yeah. They're just going to try to get it to halftime and, just try to settle some things going on there. So, okay. Well, no, they're going to go one more play. Wildcats coming out, shotgun, 2 wideouts two backs to the back to each side of the quarterback, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Tanks in a blitz formation, looked like a nickel 1-5-5. It's thrown over the middle, and it's caught by number 13. Crutcher catches it, and he will not go down. Gets to about the 40-yard line, gains about 20, and we've got a fight on the field, folks. Way to conclude the half. Chris Hill and number 27, Timothy Green, having words. Looked like Green threw a punch, but he's being held back. And it looks like I don't know if he was swinging out of frustration or what, but very lucky he wasn't ejected there. Okay, so we're at halftime. It will be the score right now is 55-0. We thank you for tuning in. We're going to take about a 15-minute break here. Halftime's 20 minutes, so we're going to take about 15. They're putting 20 on the clock. We're going to take about a 15-minute break, and thank you for tuning in. We will be back here in a bit, excuse me, it's going to be a 15-minute halftime. We'll take about a 12-minute break, and we'll be back with 3 minutes to go before the second half. Thank you for tuning in.